Hello everyone, and welcome to the long-awaited video for Don Quixote's Canto ID, the manager of Manchaland, or Sancho Don Quixote. Oh, I've been so excited for this ID, and I don't know if you could tell, but this is going to be a freaking big one. There are 8 icons on my screen right now. I don't even know where to start. This is going to be wild, so just sit back, relax, and enjoy as I try to make sense of all of this. So, we have a Sloth, Wrath, and Lust. Very nice. Sloth on the skill 1 is pretty remarkable, actually. You don't usually get that all too often. So, the first skill, we have Enough is Enough. 2 coins. On hit with this skill, heal X% of the HP damage dealt. Very good. And on use, consume up to X Blood Feast and gain Hard Blood for every Y Blood Feast consumed. If this unit failed to consume Blood Feast, gain Bleed. On use, gain Coin Power for every X Bleed on target. And on the first and second hit, we're inflicting Bleed. Okay. Nice, simple, but could be very strong depending on what Hard Blood does if we're still stacking up while we're doing our skills, but we'll see. Moving right on to the skill 2. Let All Blossom Free. 2 coins on this one. All 3 are pure skills, by the way. On hit with this skill, heal X% of the damage dealt. On use, consume it to X Blood Feast and gain Hard Blood for every Y Blood Feast consumed. And if they fail, you get Bleed and gain Coin Power for every X Bleed on target. Before the attack, gain Attack Weight for every X Hard Blood on self on the skill 2. Barber needs her skill 3 to be the Attack Weight 1. This could be a skill 2 with Attack Weight. That's kind of nutty. On the first hit, we're inflicting Bleed, and then on the second hit, we're dealing more damage based on the Bleed on the target and on the Blood Feast consumed by this unit, which, with Attack Weight, could be very deadly. Very excited about that one. But, of course, the thing I'm most excited for, I think we're all excited for, I Shall Impale, the skill 3, a 3-coin skill. On hit with the skill, you heal for the damage dealt. Gain Clash Power for every X Hard Blood on self. Gain Coin Power for every X Bleed on self. Consume up to X Blood Feast and gain Hard Blood for every Y Blood Feast consumed. You gain Bleed if you don't. You deal more damage based on the Bleed. You deal more damage based on the Blood Feast consumed. And if the target is defeated, you get Blood Feast and Hard Blood. And then the third hit inflicts Bleed. Very nice. Lots of stacking factors, even if you're not hitting with that other skill 3 that I can glance over and see, you're still going to get probably a lot of damage out of it and a lot of value, especially if you get some kills, so it'll still be good for chain battles. On the defense, we have a clashable counter. Laughters will subside. 2 coins on that one. Combat start, consume up to X Blood Feast and gain Hard Blood for every Y Blood Feast consumed. If the unit failed to consume Blood Feast, gain Bleed. Combat start. On one ally with at least HP, apply Shimmering Blood Fiend for every X Blood Feast consumed shared. And you're inflicting Bleed on the second hit. Interesting. Okay. I wonder what Shimmering does, because I didn't see it in the other parts of the kit, so that's just showed up. Let me go ahead, and I'm actually going to skip forward. I don't usually do this, but I want to see how we actually unlock that second tier of skills, and I'll come back to it. So, Blood Feast, we know how Blood Feast works. The only thing that I can see that changes is when using variant Sancho Hardblood Arts 9 Whip, HP cannot drop below 1 due to bleed damage. Either that's for this ID specifically, or it could also have been for Priest Gregor, but I could be wrong. I just don't remember. Next, we have variant Sancho Hardblood Arts. Turn start at X plus Hardblood. If the following unit is either defeated, or if each following unit is either defeated or participating in the encounter, empower this unit's leftmost slot. The Priest of Manchaland Gregor empowers skill 1, the Barber empowers skill 2, and then this unit empowers skill 3. And then Ah, I see. So Princess of Manchaland and Rodian does the clashable. I see. Very cool. So by having the other Blood Fiends on the team, it gives you the upgraded skill. Very dope. Love that. When other units among allies take bleed damage or consume Blood Feast, gain Hard Blood on self. Lots of Hard Blood. Another passive. We have 3 passives. 4 if you count the Blood Feast. The second passive, Bearer of the Bloodkin. Love that name. In an encounter, if an other allied La Manchaland unit is defeated, oh god, it's Blade Lineage, gain more Hard Blood when gaining Hard Blood from this unit's base attack skills. When 3+ other allied La Manchaland units are defeated, gain additional Hard Blood at turn start. Gain Responsibility. Oh wow, that's beautiful. In terms of like converting lore and story into game mechanics, that's so good. When all 3 of them die, Dawn takes responsibility. And then the final one, Armadura de Sangre, which is something the blood or the red, I don't know Spanish, I'm sorry. After attack, if the enemy is defeated, increase Blood Feast by X% of the target's max HP. Yeah, that'll help you stack up really fast and really hard. Gain damage up next turn for every X% missing HP at turn end. If an ally is about to be defeated from bleed damage, prevent them from being defeated from bleed damage for the turn. So Dawn can pull a savior. Sorry, that's not going to mean anything to you if you never played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Jedi Revan in that game has an ability called Savior. We refer to all abilities that do something similar to Savior abilities. Essentially, it is when someone is about to die, you save them and you prevent them from dying. So that's what I mean by describing it as a Savior ability. When someone's about to die from bleed, Don Quixote can prevent that. It is 99% of the time, in my opinion, going to be Gregor. So very good that there's another concession in place to keep Gregor from killing himself by stacking up too much bleed. But our support passive, if you decide to put Don Quixote in the back line, one ally with the least HP gains defense up for every X% missing HP. If the said ally is a Blood Fiend, gain damage up for every Y% missing HP instead. Interesting. I don't think, or it was damage up both times. My bad. I read a defense up, I think. But yeah, could be really good. If you're maybe doing some solo stuff, you could set someone up with this passive. It might be really strong, depending on how much like damage you're getting out of it. But hey, it's there. But here we go. Now we have Hard Blood. This is the thing that the entire kit is built around. At X plus Hard Blood converts to Hard Blood 2. At X plus plus Hard Blood converts to Hard Blood 3. Reverse the previous stage and stacks drop below the requirements. Hard Blood does not drop below 1. Gain min and max speed for every X Hard Blood. At Hard Blood 2, gain offense level up based on the stack. And at Hard Blood 3, gain offense level up and defense level up based on the stack. So you're just getting so much damage out of it. So that's looking really, really good. Next is that shimmering buff that I mentioned earlier. And it looks like, as long as this effect exists, all bleed damage taken from shield HP is converted to Blood Feast. Okay, yeah, that's really solid, actually. You're getting the ability to stack up bleed even when you're taking damage on shields and not your health bar, so hey, you're running some egos that do that, like Sinclair's, or some other ones that'll help you out there. And then, of course, responsibility. You're gaining clash power, dealing more damage, and taking more damage. So there's your solo thing right there. Very cool. I hope to see some really cool stuff come out of that, especially in some Mirror Dungeon hard mode content, or Railway. Could definitely see some of that. But coming back to the original kits, now that we know how they unlock, there are 3 new skills. Skill 1, 2, Skill 2, 2, and Skill 2, 3. The first is Variant Sancho Hardblood Arts 9 Whip. which is 3 coins, but 2 are unclashable. On hit with a skill, you're healing for the damage dealt. You're gaining coin power for the bleed on the target. You're gaining bleed, and then you're inflicting more bleed for every hard blood on self, and you're consuming it after the attack. And then, of course, the second and third coins are unbreakable, and you're inflicting a lot of bleed potency. And you activate bleed on the target on the third hit. So you get to proc it for free. That's really nice, actually. Next is the variant Sancho Hardblood Arts 8 Split Apart. You're healing for the damage dealt, you're gaining coin power for the bleed on target, you're gaining the attack weight for the hard blood on self, just like before. And now, after the attack, you consume hard blood for every attack weight gained. I assume it also ramps up how much attack weight you're getting as well. You're inflicting bleed on the first 2 hits, and then you're dealing more damage on the third hit, in addition to how much Blood Feast is consumed. So, very nice. And that final skill 3, that's the big one. That is your Ascendant Sancho Hardblood Arts La Sangre, 4 unclashable coins. You're healing based on the damage dealt. You're gaining base power for the hard blood on self. You're getting coin power for every bleed, dealing more damage for every bleed, dealing more damage for the blood feast consumed. And then you're consuming the hard blood for every hard blood on self. And if the target is defeated, increase blood feast and regain half of the hard blood consumed by this skill. That's huge. So you can keep yourself going and generating your own resources. 4 unbreakable coins. And then on that 4th hit, you're inflicting bleed and bleed count. And if the target is defeated, you're inflicting bleed and bleed count against all enemies. Insanely strong. Finally, can't forget to mention Defense 2. Variant Sancho Hardblood Arts 15, build up to Finale. It is a clashable counter with 1 unclashable coin. At combat start, at the X plus highest resonance over Y allies with the least HP, you're applying Z plus Hardblood over W, Shivering Blood Fiend, for every Blood Feast consumed, then consume half of Hardblood on self. And you're inflicting bleed count as well, so that's nice. Oh, that was a lot. Okay. So something I noticed, there's not too... I'm a little bit not disappointed, but I do wish there was more ways to get count going on. It looks like it's only the defense skill and the skill 3, the tier 2 skill 3 that gives bleed count. So this team might struggle at least getting off the ground, at least to start. But like once you're underway, I mean, you're probably going to roll everything anyway, but yeah, I definitely say for mere dungeon purposes and for things like Railway or anything like that, you're going to want to have to be careful around your bleed count and make sure you're not losing that. But otherwise, what can I say? It's an incredible kit. I'm very happy with it, and I'm sure it's going to be absolutely cracked on released, so, I mean, just pull. I mean, of course, don't pull if you can't do it, but, you know, if you can, I would just pull for it. Otherwise, just wait the week and then craft her afterwards. It's not too big a deal, but I'll definitely be pulling on her, and I think it's going to be a great time. So, thank you all for coming. This is a long time in the making. Really happy to finally see it come out, and it's going to be really exciting. So, stay tuned for more content to come, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye!